Hello and welcome to a very cozy reading vlog. So in my last reading vlog, I completed my September TBR and all those books were really intense and they weighed on my mind. So I really need to read some happy cozy books now, which is perfect because it's October season and I'm a seasonal reader. We don't have a lot of seasons here in India. Like nothing changes in October, but it's the vibe inside. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reading some cozy cute little books in this vlog to just reset my brain again, get into that cozy October spirit, and just enjoy myself. And the first book that I've picked for this vlog is My Roommate is a Vampire, which is on my October TBR. Most of these books are going to be on my October TBR, but that is the book that I want to start with. This has been on my TBR for so long, and I love the cover, I love the colors on the cover. I hope that this video succeeds in just immersing me into that cute, cozy little October season reading vibe and just make me happy. I guess that's the main intention behind this vlog. I want to be happy again after reading the books that I've been reading. But this is described as a rom-com, so yeah, that's what we are going to be doing. I can't even describe how, like, as I said, we don't have any changes in October here, but it's just it feels so cute and cozy and comfortable in October, and it's not even cold. Like it's not even getting cold, but I just really enjoy the October vibes and just reading with everyone else around the world. So that's my main intention, and I'll see you bye bye soon. Bye bye. So I have read 50%, more than 50% of My Roommate is a Vampire, and I have to say that this is the most cute, bingeable, fun book I've read in a while. I think the two main characters that we have, Cassie and Frederick, the vampire, they are both just adorable. I love the chemistry between them, and I have blushed at so many scenes between them. I've laughed out loud, and this is the perfect rom-com. I'm really enjoying it. I love the mixed media in this book because at the beginning of each chapter we have some glimpse into Frederick's life, like his communication through emails or texts or whatever form. I think those are just like a really interesting glimpse into Frederick's head because most of the narrative is through Cassie's perspective and her interactions with this vampire. But those are just like really cute glimpses into Frederick's life, especially given how formal he is. And at the beginning of the book, they were exchanging notes with each other, like scattered throughout the apartment. And I loved those. Those were so cute, and this is just a really adorable book, and I'm having such a fun time with it. It took me very little time to read as much as I have, and I feel like I can just complete this book today because I genuinely don't want to stop reading. It's so cute. I think this is just one of the most bingeable, entertaining, cute, fun, feel good book that I've read in a while. So I'm really enjoying that. And I'll get back to you with another update when I finish the book. Bye bye. So I did finish reading My Roommate is a Vampire last night, and I was going through my videos recently. This is totally unrelated, but I was going through my videos recently and I've realized that I wear this same t-shirt and just like three others like it so many times, and it's not because I don't have clothes. I have a whole wardrobe full of them. I'm just too lazy to change into new clothes every time I want to film a video. So it's honestly just comfort over fashion, I guess. But as I was saying, I did finish reading this book last night, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. This was so entertaining, it was so feel good, and I genuinely laughed out loud. I blushed. I loved this book so much. I think I really needed this book. It made me feel so happy. So definitely recommended. It was really goofy. It was really cheesy. There was nothing very surprising or extraordinary. Like, it's pretty predictable, and the ending felt kind of rushed, but I really enjoyed it. I think this book is the perfect length that it's supposed to be. I think it's paced really well, and I think I really enjoyed the cheesiness of it all. I think I was really invested in the plot as well. I love the writing style because it flowed so easily. So this is definitely a really good first read. I really enjoyed this book. I am a huge fan of this author now, and there was this one character in this book. He's like a side character, but the next book is about him, the book called My Vampire Plus One, and I'm so excited to read that book because he's like a funny, silly, goofy character, and I love characters like those. I loved him in this book, and I hope that I love when we get his story. And even like the female main character, we got like a glimpse of her in this book, and I don't like her, but I really love the male main character from this book. So I'm really excited to read the next book in the series, My Vampire Plus One, because Reginald is just such a cutie. He's like that sunshine, fun, bantery kind of person, and there was so much talk about him, and I really want to see how his story goes. So I'm in half a mood to just pick that book up and read it right now. I don't have it, obviously, I have to buy it, but I'm literally in just half a mood to read that book right now because this was a book that I was looking forward to reading in the 2 days that I read it, like every single moment, and it was amazing. But yeah, we're done with that. The second book I'm gonna read in this vlog is Arcana Academy, again another book on my October TBR. But I think October is just like a month to read fantasy and romanticities, and I think like there's just something about this book I can't describe. What I don't think I could describe it for this book either, but this actually did take place between like October to March, so my assumptions were correct. This is literally an October autumn book. But that's the next book that we're reading in this vlog. We have Arcana Academy, and I don't know anything about that book except I think the magic system is like based on tarot cards, and it has an enemies to lovers romance. And I'm not crazy about enemies to lovers, but I think I enjoy that trope if it's done well. So let's see how that goes, and I'll update you once I start reading this book or if anything significant happens. Bye bye. So I read a little bit of Arcana Academy yesterday, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am not feeling this book at all. I don't connect to the writing style. I don't resonate with it, and it's the writing style that doesn't really put me into the story and keeps taking me out of it. Like I don't know what it is about the writing style, but I just don't feel like I want to know more about these characters or their journey or the story. And it's the pacing and the writing style that is there, but also the characters are so typical. Like the female main character, she made such a dumb decision in the first like 5 chapters of the book, and she had no reason to make that decision except she just wanted to be this sassy badass female character. And I hate that typical representation because she is the female representation of all bronze no brain. So I hate that in fantasy books, and I genuinely, even the male main character, he like she hates him and everything. So, and he is always like surrounded by shadows, smells like a fruit tree. But I don't like that in books. Like I'll admit the magic system is so unique. Like this is, I love tarot and I love magic, so when they come together, that's always fun to watch. And I love the way the magic system is created in this book, but it just doesn't seem worth it to go forward because I know I'm not gonna love this book. I might end up not hating it, but I'm definitely not gonna like. There's not gonna be like a new favorite or anything. So I think I'm just gonna read a little bit more of it, and if I still feel bored and just really out of the story, then I'm gonna give up on this book. But you'll see, if I feel even a little invested, I'm gonna keep going because I really do want to explore the magic system more. But I don't know what it is about this book. I can't even describe the writing style. Like it feels so just vanilla, maybe. Like there's nothing interesting, and I hate the way the sentences are like prolonged. Like if she wants to say this is an apple, she'll say this is a red apple that this person got from here. It was like in a grove, it was sitting there. It's not necessary, and I hate the sentence structure in this book. So I think it's just when the prose sucks and the characters suck, then the story really just loses its appeal. So that's the position I'm in right now. But I'll see if I feel like continuing, and you'll get the update soon enough. The book is literally so dragged. We can't just get to the point of it, and the magic, like the tidbits of magic, are scattered so rare and in between that honestly it makes the rest of it not worth it because the political intrigue is not there. The writing is just on and on and on about unnecessary things. So I have no idea if I want to go ahead with this book, but I am going to give it one more hour to impress me. So I have officially decided to serve the NF Arcana Academy. I spent a whole entire day yesterday just trying to give that book a fighting chance, but I genuinely couldn't do it. I went to Goodreads, I read some reviews, and all of them said that this book, like, the magic system is really scattered and in between, and the only thing that I was reading that book for is the magic system, because I'm not invested in the characters. I don't think that they're the greatest characters ever written, and obviously the writing style is not for me. So I also posted a poll on Discord. I was like, should I continue this book, is it worth it, or should I soft DNF it? And everyone is saying that life is too short to read books that you don't like. So I am gonna soft DNF it for now. I am so happy and glad for you if you like this book, because I genuinely wanted to read this book. The magic system, the premise, all of it is so unique, and I genuinely gave it my best shot. The writing style is honestly not for me, and I don't think I'm gonna be invested in the story anytime soon. So I did spend the whole entire day yesterday reading. I watched so many reading vlogs yesterday. It's so many reading vlogs. I spent at least 2 to 3 hours just watching reading vlogs yesterday, and have made a very extensive fall TBR. Like, I'm not even joking with you when I tell you how long that list is. But I've decided that I need to get my act together. I need to check off at least some books of the fall TBR this October, November, autumn season. So the next book I'm gonna be reading, the third book technically for this vlog, is The Intruder by Freida McFadden. If you've been on this channel for I have been on this channel for only a little while, but if you've been watching my videos, you know that I love Freida McFadden. If she has no fans, then I am dead. I love her books so much. She is such a fast-paced, bingeable author. Her stories always just hook me. They get me out of reading slumps. They honestly just remind me why I love reading, because such immersive, gripping stories. Even her bad books are good for me. So yeah, that's the next book for this reading vlog. Intruder released on October 7th, so it's a fairly new release of hers. I think she's released like 3 books this year already, and this is the third one. So I'm really excited to read it. It's on Kindle Unlimited, like all her books, and I honestly borrowed it from Kindle Unlimited on release day, and I need to read it now, and I'm very excited about it. Honestly, I this is only going to be a positive update. This is only going to go uphill from here. But that's the update for now. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Guys, when I tell you that I started reading The Intruder yesterday at 1 p.m., and I read that book in one day. It was a 300-page book that I read in one day, which never happens to me. But I am pretty sure that this is my new favorite thriller ever. I am in some awe of this book. I love it so much. It's a 5-star read. Like, obviously it had all those Freida McFadden qualities of being like bingeable. Like, I was hooked to the edge of my seat and in anticipation. I wanted to know. I needed to know what happened next, and that all was there. But I really like the concept of the book. Like, obviously this is new, so you probably don't know what this book is about, but it's basically about this woman who's living in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, and then this little girl just intrudes into her house, and it goes downhill from there. But we also have a past timeline about this girl who's living in a really toxic home and environment with like a really abusive parent, and the way it all came together, oh my god, the way that it wrapped up, the way all the loose ends were tied up, the way that I love this book. If you can't tell, I love this book. I honestly think that this is a thriller that I want to go and revisit once, because it's so good. It's genuinely so good. This is Freida McFadden at her best. I love this. It was so bingeable. It was so amazing. So if you haven't read this book, you are doing yourself a disfavor. Just go and read this book right now, and it's all available on Kindle Unlimited as well. So really accessible. Please just go read The Intruder by Freida McFadden. It's such a good thriller. And the best part why I love this book is because the relationships in this book is literally immaculate. Like, there were 3 characters, and the way the story came around from like childhood to adulthood, it was so good. Oh my god. I had dreams about them last night. It was so good. I love the just like relationship dynamics in this book. I genuinely enjoyed it so much. 5-star read. My new obsession and recommendation. Please go read The Intruder by Freida McFadden. So the next book I'm reading for this vlog is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Look at the cover, it's giving autumn. So yeah, I'll come back to you with updates on this, and it's a modern classic, so you would assume I would love this, but we'll see. This is probably depending on how fast I read it, but this might be the last book of this reading vlog. I'll see you with an update soon. Bye bye. So I have finished around 50% of The Hobbit, and it's literally the most perfect Sunday afternoon that I have experienced in a while. It literally feels so nostalgic and cozy to read this book, because when I tell you that it's literally the perfect weather with the most clear blue skies and just the sun's rays slanting down on you, and it's kind of cold, so it's honestly the perfect autumn weather. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. I genuinely feel like I've been transported back to when I was like 10, 15 years old and was reading like Harry Potter and all those books. And it genuinely feels so nice to read this book in this weather. And it's a very very happy Sunday afternoon, I'll tell you that. And I'm enjoying this book, but it's taking me a long time to read. It took me like so long to read just like this little bit as well, because obviously the language is not something that we're very used to, so I do have to stay and reread some sentences to just understand what the author is trying to convey to me, and sometimes even that gets lost in translation, so I have no idea what to say. But I'm still really enjoying the environment in this book. It's very woodsy, cute, green, and I really like that whole just scenario and situation. I think it's very, very cute, very, very just comfortable, and I like imagining it in my head. Like, obviously, the author is very descriptive with what he's trying to tell us, so it's very easy to picture it all in your head and see it all happening in front of your eyes. So that's very very fun. I'm really loving this whole situation, the environment, the story, and everything just seems really really nice today. So yeah, I'll see you when I complete this book, which will hopefully be very very soon. Bye bye. So I did finish reading The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien last night. I'm pretty sure I was sitting in this exact same spot in the last clip, but what can we do? I found my spot and I really love shooting. I tried so many different locations in my house today and none of them worked. So we're back here with different clothes that I'm sure you've seen in this vlog before as well. So would you call them different? I don't know. But the point is, this book was so cute, so cozy, so comfortable, and I really had such a good time with this. I can see why people call this the perfect fantasy book, because the world building was so intricate. I loved meeting the different creatures the author was telling us about. Like, we have dwarves, we have goblins, we have elves, we have dragons, and we have the men, like humans. And I really loved the way all these characters were woven into the story. I feel like it was brilliant. I really really enjoyed it, and the writing style is very very whimsical. So we are being told we are being told of Bilbo's adventures by this like third person, and he's narrating it like, by now you already know, like he's talking to the reader. And I feel like that's a really fun writing style. We had some elf songs and just dwarf songs woven into the story, and I feel like that's really fun as well. I really enjoyed the whimsical writing style. Obviously it can feel a little, you know, made for the younger audience, but I feel like that's the appeal of this book as well, which is why I call it the perfect autumn book. It's so atmospheric. So if you're planning to read this book in the months of October and November, I would highly recommend it, because I think my experience was greatly enhanced by just like the weather outside, and I really had a good time with this book. One thing I will say that I didn't like is the kind of unnecessary complicated descriptions in this book. I understand if that's totally my problem, but I feel like it could have been condensed a little. I did not care what a rock looked like. But that's my only complaint, honestly. I really like the book in general. I only found myself getting bored when the writing got too dense or too descriptive. But yeah, that brings us to the end of today's vlog. I feel like this was a really successful vlog because I am in that autumn spirit now. I really just want to read books off of my fall TBR. I love how I switch between autumn and fall because it's not like a season here either way, so I'm free to just choose whatever I want to do. But yeah, I read My Roommate is a Vampire at the beginning of this vlog. That was also so cute, so cozy, and same for this book. Really enjoyed it. So we had a successful romance, we had a successful fantasy. We did have a flop in the middle with Arcana Academy, but that's okay because Intruder was so good. That is like it's spooky, it's so amazing, and Freida McFadden's best. I loved it. But that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed following me along on this journey because I enjoyed going on this journey. But I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.